Hello guys. So I am out running a couple of errands. I figured I would bring you guys along with me because I'm gonna stop by Bath and Body Works on my way home, and they're having buy two get two free on their candles. You guys are always asking me to let you know when the candles are on sale, and I figured it's been a little while since I have done a car chats, so why not do it today? I ended up working 2 weeks a row from home because they asked me to switch weeks. That being said, I have been filming a lot of videos from home, and it wasn't until today when I was out, I was like, it's been a while since I've done a car chats. So anyway, it feels really good outside. It seems like fall is taking a while to arrive, and you're not going to hear me complain about it. It was actually very sweet. I ended up hearing from one of my old clients a couple of days ago, and he was like, I just wanted to check on you and see how everything's going. And he was definitely one of my favorite clients that I worked with. And I was sitting there thinking, in retrospect, I'm like, there are definitely, from my prior role, there are a very few of the clients that I worked with that I'll genuinely miss because they were just so easy to work with, were never annoying or super needy. Like, if you guys work in a client service industry, you'll understand what I'm talking about, where certain clients are just self-serving. You know, they take control, they do things that the rest of us do without asking for help. But then there are other clients who just seem like they can't do anything for themselves, and any of the requests that they have seem to always be on Saturday night at 9 o'clock. But I was sitting there thinking about, even though there are those select few that I will miss working with, overall, there's nothing that I miss about my previous role, especially the environment. Such a toxic environment, and just wasn't meant for me. That's why I always, tell you guys, like, I don't ever want to come off as like preachy or like I'm telling people what to do, but coming from me, I was always someone who felt like, once you get a job that's paying you a really good salary and you have somewhat of a job security, even though you really don't, everyone's replaceable, especially to certain people. You almost get in this mindset of feeling like you have to hold on to it, because if you don't, then what will happen? And that's just such a hard cycle to get out of. It really is kind of a cycle that you have to break, and that's why I always feel like if me saying something that will spark something in just one of you guys, to let you guys know that it's okay to change jobs, it's okay to start sending your resume out and look for better, because there is better out there. There is so much better out there, and I usually wouldn't just throw out guarantees like that, but take it from me, like, firsthand. There is so much better out there, and you can be making either the same or more than you were. And I always kind of look at salary like, okay, well, salary is a baseline number of what you're going to be paid, but let's also look at the quality of life that you'll be gaining by leaving your current position. And let's also look at the benefits, because a lot of people don't consider benefits as salary. And You know, like for me personally, my benefits right now are adding to my baseline income, my salary. Not to mention all of the stress that I was able to shed by getting out of my last role. All right, so where are we going to go? We're going to go to Bath & Body Works, Nordstrom, maybe Sephora, but probably not because there's really nothing that I need there. Watch me come back with a bag from Sephora. So we'll see. Just a couple of places. I don't want to go crazy, but it's been a little while since I've been, just not on a time limit and be able to, wander around. So, yeah, by the way, this hoodie here it was on sale for $18 at Target. They do not have it. I'll throw up the screen grab. I think it depends on where you live, whether or not they'll ship it to you. But if you guys happen to come across this at Target, buy it. It's such a good hoodie. It has thumb holes and it also has a funnel neck. So it will keep you warmer when it gets cold out. And it's absolutely so perfect. I love it so much. It has little rubberized things on the ends of the strings instead of metal. I love it. So let's see what we can get into. So I ended up taking advantage of the candles that were buy two, get two free. So, I actually bought 8 of them, but they ended up having their Christmas candles, the first batch. So I ended up buying some of the holiday candles. That scent holiday that they have is so good. It smells like cinnamon bark, and I don't know, it just smells really good and it's not super overpowering. I don't like all the candles that are dessert scented, if that makes sense. Like I've never really liked dessert type candles, like the waffles and the muffins and stuff. Not my thing. But I love that holiday scent. And so I think I got 4 of the holiday, 2 more of the hot apple toddy or spiced apple toddy or whatever the fuck it's called. I always get it wrong. And then I got 2 more of the leaves, just because leaves is good to burn during all the cold months. At least to me it is. It smells really clean, and you can actually like smell it. Does that make sense? I swear sometimes I talk and I don't even know if I make any sense. But y'all know how it is. Like some candles just don't smell. Like you can burn them and you completely forgot that you started to burn a candle. But the 2 leaves candles that I bought just now, I got them in a different jar. The jars that they had now are really pretty, and I'm actually glad because I got that apple toddy one. The jar that I bought last time was ugly. Y'all saw it. It was that like white jar with some kind of retro Thanksgiving design on it. I don't know. And I'm leaving the mall before it even got crowded, which I'm happy about. I ended up stopping by Lush and got a body scrub. I was going to get the ocean salt because ocean salt I've used many times in the past and I've liked it. But this time I got, I don't know, I'll put a picture. The bag is in my trunk. But it smells really, really good. So we'll try that one. She said it's a little less abrasive than ocean salt, which I don't know if I'll necessarily love, but because that's the thing that I liked about ocean salt is that it was actually like a scrub. If I'm going to use a body scrub, I want it to be abrasive. Not too abrasive, but that's the whole point of using a scrub. You know what I mean? So this whole thing with Brittany Dawn has really got me fired up, and I know a lot of you guys are upset about it too. I might do a video today reading comments from that video because there were several that made some really good points. So I kind of want to do a video just highlighting those and to keep the conversation going. When we talk about keeping the same energy and holding people accountable and all of this kind of stuff, I know, a lot of people don't keep the same energy, and that's just something that you're either aware of or you're not. But as far as comparing Nikki Phillippi to Brittany Dawn, there is absolutely no reason why every commentary channel under the sun should not be talking about Brittany Dawn. In my personal opinion, there is absolutely zero sense that makes when you sit there and consider the set of circumstances that have been shown with Brittany Dawn versus the set of circumstances that were shown with Nikki and Dan. In my opinion, both of them need to be talked about. And I remember, several commentary channels that hadn't really talked about things like Nikki Phillippi before jumped on and they were doing videos. I would really like to see everyone making videos about Brittany Dawn because it is reprehensible, disgusting, and just, in my opinion, unforgivable what she did. It's so disgusting. And I say she, I know that her husband was actually the one that performed the act. However, when you're in a relationship with somebody, within reason, it's like she ran inside and hid instead of putting her foot down and saying, no, this is my dog. You're not doing this. If you don't want to participate, then I will take my dog to the emergency vet. So the whole thing is just heartbreaking. I don't know how you could do that. Hey you guys, I want to place a trigger warning right here. For the next few minutes, I'm going to talk about the situation where my boyfriend's dog, Rocky, was hit by a car. I'm not going to go into graphic detail, but either way, if you are not in a place where you want to hear this story, please click out and I will see you on the next one. And I was going to say it in the video that I did, but I really didn't want to insert myself into such a heartbreaking story, but I will talk about it for just a couple minutes in this video. The reason that hits so close to home for me and I'm so upset about it is a few of you might know, early on in my channel, I mentioned how the second year that I was dating my boyfriend, he had a black lab named Rocky, and Rocky was the sweetest dog. Of course, when we met, I grew very attached to Rocky. He was just the best dog. And what ended up happening was one day I was not at home. What ended up happening was he was at his friend's house, which was in the neighborhood, and he had Rocky off a leash, and Rocky would always listen. He was a really good boy with recall and listening to my boyfriend. However, this day they were standing outside, him, his friend, and Rocky talking. Him and his friend were talking, and Rocky was just hanging out, obviously. He was off his leash, which had happened many times in the past, and he was just sitting there, no problem. Well, what ended up happening was Rocky looked across the street and saw in the distance his other black lab friend. And I forget that other dog's name. My boyfriend would know it, but I don't remember. He saw the dog, and that day Rocky decided that he wanted to go see his other dog friend that he would see on walks. And he literally ran across an open field. It was a small open field, and then it was the road. And Rocky ended up running across the road. He got hit by a car, and my boyfriend saw the whole thing happen. He was trying to recall Rocky, and Rocky was not listening. He was heading straight for this other dog that he knew. And you know, he literally saw the whole thing happen. It was so heartbreaking. He was so distraught. And in that situation, instead of standing around and evaluating what happened and figuring out if Rocky had a chance or not, he immediately picked Rocky up. Rocky was literally dying in my boyfriend's arms. He put the dog in the car, and luckily we used to live very close to a vet, so it was maybe not even half a mile. And by the time he got to the vet, Rocky had passed away. But the reason that I share that story is to just say it does hit close to home. And so for people that want to say, oh, well, you don't know what you would do in that situation, we have been in that situation, and I can tell you I would have done the exact same thing that my boyfriend did. You immediately take your dog to get medical help. You do not stand around and twiddle your thumbs and, you know, think about what you're going to do. You act on it and you get them help, point blank, period. So anyway, I'm going to have a productive little day today. But yeah, either way, for now, if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.